It's time for the Ella Johnson Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Ella Johnson Show, where there are two sides to every story. Enjoy the broadcast. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ella Johnson Show. I am so excited about tonight's broadcast. Look who we have in the studio tonight, Alfie Smith. Listen, I told you guys that at the beginning of every month on Thursdays, we were going to honor a hero from DeVille. Well, Alfie Smith made the cut because he is definitely a hero. He may not be from DeVille, but he has some dwellings on some guans on there in Monroeville, but I thought he was worthy enough to be here. Let me explain to you guys why I believe that these shows are important, recognizing people for all of their great work that they've done, because I believe that it's important that we give people their flowers now while they can still smell them, right? Like while he can hear what people have to say. And also, one thing I know for sure is that when we're born, when we die, on that casket, there's going to be your date of birth and there's going to be a date of death. And I believe that what makes you important is what you do in between the dash. So when you guys think about your contributions to society, I want you to think about what's in your dash. All right. So tonight we're going to get a chance to hear what is and was in Alfie's dash that made him the guy he is. All right. So let's introduce him. Hello, Alfie. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
I love Monroeville. Yes. All right. So Alfie is a native of Pensacola. He still resides in Pensacola, Florida. Y'all know where that is. But he did go to school at Patrick Henry Junior College. Y'all remember when it was Patrick Henry? I do. I know it's Southern Coast or something South. What is it called? Coastal now, but I remember the Patrick Henry days. And he went there with my cousin, lots of folks that I knew on the team. But he did play there. He's a father. He has 5 daughters and 1 son, guys. He would have been married to his beautiful wife, Fifi, for 27 years. As a matter of fact, Valentine's Day. That's when they made 27 years. And he's a coach, he's a substitute teacher. He's the author of Trade Off. He is a behavioral tech at Lighthouse Private Christian Academy. And he served as Roy Jones boxing trainer for 31 years, guys. That's amazing. Amazing. Can't wait to hear about all that. And he's also inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame back in 2023. Welcome to the Ella Johnson Show, Alfie.
How y'all doing? What's up? Glad you have me.
Well, I'm just excited because, I've been trying to get you for a while. And he finally said yes. So I just think you're so worthy of this, Alfie, because you have really done great things. And I think that young people can learn from you. And I'm so glad that you agreed to be here tonight so you can share a little bit of that, talk about your book and all that. All right, guys. So we're going to jump right in. So Alfie, you grew up in Pensacola. When you were 5, I think your book talks about that your father died. Yeah. Right. So then your mom came a single parent. So what was that like? 5 years old, Pensacola, Florida, being raised by your mom. Was she strict? What was that like?
Man, I had the coolest mom. I know everybody say that, but I had the coolest mom in the world. And, her and my stepmom became best friends. And that's unheard of.
Oh, that is.
And the bitterness because my stepmom and my dad were separated. And my stepmom father knew that my dad had a child with my mom, which was a younger woman, and told his daughter that she gonna need help with that child. So they came and picked her up, took her to the Social Security office, and they've been best friends to the day my mom passed.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. If you can think about three things, because I know you really spoke highly of your mom in your book. If you could think of three things that she taught you that helped you become this man that I'm looking at right now, what would they be?
Do not steal. That was her main thing. Do not steal. And she always looked out for others. And just like having fun. She taught me at an early age. She said, stealing is something you don't have to do. Because I was the only child for 17 years. And I basically was spoiled and didn't realize it. But she she told me, if you steal, I will beat you to Amazing Grace to How Sweet It Sounds. And one Sunday we went to church and they started singing that song. And I looked at her, I said, you'd have killed me if I'd have stolen, right? She just busted out laughing. But stealing was one of them. And treat others. She used to trip out that she would take one of me and my best friend, Otis Foster, to the dances, whatever. I would let him sit in the front seat of my mom's car. I get in the back seat. She said, because she called my stepmom, she said, this dude here, said this boy special. He let me sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unheard of too, because you were pretty young. So how old were you when your brother died?
My brother, I was in my late 20s. I think I was in my 20s, my late 20s. And it was,
wow.
Oh man, it was like, woo.
How old was he?
13.
Oh, how did he die? What happened?
Enlarged heart.
Oh.
And the thing is when sometimes when people got death on them, you might not want to believe it, but they know.
I believe that.
Because the day before, he mirrored me everywhere. Everywhere I went, he went. So I was going to UWF to play basketball, and me and my wife was staying around the corner, and he asked me, could he go? I said, yeah, go ask mom. So he went to the corner of my house. I was back there feeding my dog, and he turned around and just looked. Matter of fact, my wife, my mother, and my brother gave me that all slow look before they died. So he looked back at me, and he walked out there. He came back and said, she said, you can go. So we went to the gym, we was playing. So one of the other dudes in the neighborhood that I raised could bring him home. I said, Vontae, I'm finna ride. You want to ride with Robert Love? He said, no, I'm coming with you. So when we pull up in front of my house, the dude who pulled him, we rode with, he ended up passing. So he turned the circle. I'm in the front seat. My driveway's in the front, and my brother get out this way. Instead of me going this way, God sent me to the back, and I hit my brother's hand and said, I holler big. He said, I holler big. That was our last word.
Oh.
God sent it that way.
Wow.
You know,
that had to be heartbreaking. Yeah.
He asked me, this is what told me up in the hospital. He asked me the day before, because we was talking about my granddad. I told him one night, I dreamed my granddad had died in my arms, and I cried the whole dream. It was like so real. He asked me out the blue, he said, Big, you scared to die? I said, no, I ain't scared to die, but I want to die. And he looked up at me and said, I am. And he died the next day.
Oh.
Because he had went to, my mom took him to the place on 29 to the urgent care, and they did x-rays of his heart.
Mm-hmm.
A 13-year-old don't remind his mama, say, what did the doctor say about my x-ray? The doctor told to tell the PE teacher he just lazy, running extra. And my brother had a heart the size of a grapefruit.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. So when you were young, though, I read that you just had amazing talent. Like, I don't know if people know this part about you, that you just have a natural athletic talent. Let's talk about, because you were basketball, football, and baseball. You play all three
Yeah.
sports. Let's talk about basketball, because that's the one you like the most, right?
Basketball, well, coming up, the only basketball I had seen was the Harlem Globetrotters. And
Yeah.
one Saturday I seen the Washington Bullets play. And I'm at my grandmother's house, black and white TV. I'm just watching them. I said, I believe I could do this. But in the front yard, out there in the field, my uncle and them playing a game of 21 on a dirt court with a real rim and nets. I walked on the porch. Back then, we used to wear shirts over here like this.
Yeah.
I walked on the porch. I looked out there. I said, I could do this. I'm finna go out. Can I play? It was too little. And everybody was playing individual. They was playing 21, so they weren't playing team. So I asked them, could I play this? I said, boy, you too little. I said, well, I'm going to get out here. And my uncle, God bless his dead, who I look just like, we playing, and the ball bounced to me. And never in my life shot a ball. I looked at them, looked around.
Nothing but net.
My first 3 shots in my life were all nets.
Nothing but net. That's what I'm talking about.
First of all, left the next week, went to Dallas with my 2 twin aunts. And back then, they put me on the plane back by myself. Back then, you could do that.
Right.
And my other aunt and her boyfriend picked me up from the airport and take me to the mall. Go to Big Sporting Goods and sit down in there. So what size you wear? I don't know. So they measured me. They got me my first pair of black Chuck Taylors. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Could tell you nothing.
Same kind of shoes the Harlem Globetrotters wear.
Okay.
So I went to Salvation Army Recreation Center, walked from my grandmama's house. They was going on their 4th game in the season. I had never played, had never put on a uniform. Walked through the door. One of my homeboys, I ended up playing high school ball, asked a dude named Chuck, and let my homeboy play. He said, you want to play? I said, yeah. Put the uniform on. My first game I played, I hit 48.
And you were how old?
About 8.
8 years old, man. Look at here. 48.
Never put on a uniform. That one game, I was leading scorer, and they was on their 4th game. Never.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Like Mike, like the movie Like Mike. Put on those shoes.
That's why I say when you pass, your spirit goes somewhere else. Because how did I just naturally just shoot?
That was my next question. How? Where did it come from, Al? Where do you think it came from?
Sometimes I think we've been here before.
I believe that too. I really do. And I can't explain it, but I do believe that.
We've been because naturally shoot. Then basketball was over with. Had never played baseball. Played baseball with the Giants. I'm the youngest thing on the team. But my best friend over here, he talked about this to this day. At the concession stand, they had all the people up there in the highest batting average. Alfred Smith was the best batting average. First time playing baseball.
I was just gonna say, so you had never played that either?
Nope.
Wow. And what was your position? What was your position in baseball?
The first year was left field. The second year was pitching. Could nobody hit me. I had one little slow curveball.
And you were point guard in basketball, right?
Point guard in basketball.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you ended up playing at the high school. You went to Pine Forest in Pensacola, played for them. How was that? What was your years like at high school playing back? Did you play all 4 years?
Yes, ma'am. But the middle school was the trip.
What?
Middle school was the trip.
Okay.
I had problems in middle school because some of the boys got kind of mad because I was scoring on the point. And back then, if you want to start athlete, you just wasn't getting no Ella Johnson or no LaJuan and Knight or whoever. You wasn't getting nobody like.
I don't know how you know.
You want to start back then, and we'll get ready to play Bellevue, and
Yeah.
Bellevue beating Wedgwood, the middle school I went to, is like Steve Urkel beating Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
So I told the coach. Coach Cook called me in the office and told me, when you get like 20-something points, pass, let someone else score. I said, I don't want to play. He said, you're going to play. I said, I don't want to start. He said, you're going to start. Game started. First 2 quarters, I didn't shoot the ball. Bellevue was beating Wedgwood. Unheard of. Them juggers started begging me to shoot. We your friend, we your friend. And I started shooting and we won the game. What if I wouldn't have showed up?
Were you intimidated? Is that why you weren't shooting?
No, I was proving a point.
Oh,
They
gotcha.
said I was throwing too many points.
Okay.
But I was just way ahead of my time.
Exactly.
So
and they realized, look, bro, we don't want to lose. Do what you got to do.
I didn't shoot on purpose to let them shine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh, that's nice. That's selfless. I like that. You were giving them an opportunity. So they had to retract and be like, you know what? No, you got it. You got it. Ball out.
True story.
Yeah.
And Pine Forest was like 9th grade, I played JV up. And then the 10th grade, I played varsity. So I played varsity from the 10th to the 12th.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you finished high school, you went on with your basketball. Where did you go next?
I went to Concordia.
Selma.
In Selma.
Mm-hmm.
With one of my homeboys, and went down there, was leading them in scoring. And them boys in Alabama, they didn't like it. They did not like it.
Really? So in other words, you were noticing a lot of these jealousies again in your first year in college?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we played in a tournament at Wallace or Selma. And UAB did an inter squad game before the tournament. So we in the tournament game, and I look at the clock, the team blowing us out. They got like 90 something. So I said, I'm finna just start shooting so we'll make it like we're in the game. So I ended up hitting 8 buckets in a row. Got an all tournament trophy. The coach for UAB sent a player in the locker room to talk to me because he couldn't. Next tournament, the next week, at Wallace of Selma won an all tournament trophy. And the boy just got mad. And we played against Patrick Henry.
Okay.
True story. We played against Patrick Henry. They got Jeff McCoy, O'Neal Calhoun, Terry Liggett, Jeff Thompson from Mobile. All these, they got a nice team.
Yeah.
I'm killing them. Coach Sellers tells Jeff McCoy, if that little kid hit one more shot, punch him in the mouth. Right? So after I go to Faulkner and Jeff go to AUM, we was talking about it. I said, Costello told you to punch me in the mouth? He said, yeah. And me and Costello and Lord became like this. Yeah. I called Costello. I said, Coach, you told Jeff McCoy to punch me in the mouth? He said, yeah, Alpha, you wasn't missing. So he actually told me.
At least he owned it.
Yeah.
He owned it.
Yeah. And that was it. I left. After the next game, I was sitting behind Patrick Henry bench. And one time on a break, my mom and my stepmama came and got me and my partner. I said, Mama, stop by this school here. It was Patrick Henry. And when I walked through that door, when the coach off his eye got like this. I said, man, I want to play for you. No problem. That's how it happened.
Just like that. But Selma didn't want to let you go, though.
The president didn't want to sign it. He didn't sign the release paper, so I had to sit out. That's why I worked on my handle the whole year.
So you rode the bench for the first year at Patrick Henry.
I couldn't dress out
because you weren't released yet. Oh man, that's messed up. It was, you weren't on contract though. So why were you held to that?
I had signed a scholarship though.
Oh, you're on a scholarship. Okay, gotcha.
Now I could have came back home and played what he could have did, but it was still in Alabama.
Yeah, but it had something to do with the rival school,
Yeah,
the rivalry too going on. Yeah.
yeah. And
So that's when you met my cousin Lloyd.
man, I met Lloyd, Ron, Craig Johnson, Hemp, uh, Frank Bank, uh, you, London Light, LaWanda,
Yeah.
uh,
Derek Roberts. Well, no, you didn't.
Derek,
You
his
weren't.
brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I was everywhere. I was out. I used to
Yeah.
drive down the limestone.
Ooh, that's
I
what I'm
was
talking
everywhere.
about.
Me and Lloyd used to go to the pool hall. So I was everywhere. Fat Daddy, Vic, the Uncle Vic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember Ron brother, man, God bless the day, the one Suge got killed. I remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you do have some deep roots there because everybody you mentioned, I know all of them.
I know.
That's
And what's
amazing.
that? Man, I met Lucy and Michelle Banks,
Oh yeah,
Robin Hollis.
Robin. Yeah.
I knew everybody.
Well, I got something. I'm gonna take you back in time. I got a picture here. I'm gonna tell you who sent it to me. Pearl. Remember
Robert Earl. Earl the Pearl,
Robert
my
Earl.
birthday.
Yeah. He
It's a
sent me
picture.
this.
The picture.
Look
I
at
gave him the picture.
that.
I gave him the picture.
Oh
That's
yeah, because I told him I wanted to have something, and he sent me that because there's you.
my
That's
close
you right
cousin,
there, right?
23.
Yep. And then there's Lloyd right over there. There's
Ron,
Ron, Craig.
Tommy Dukes.
Yeah.
Oh, my partner, John Tate.
Yeah.
He's from
That's
California.
nostalgic, right? Being able to see this. I tell you, when he sent it to me, I had a moment, especially when I looked at Lloyd. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then he sent me this. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
he wanted to show that on the show too.
Yeah.
The picture with you and him. Yeah.
I go to Early and shoot pool with him, and he cooked that wildlife, that deal meat and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good people. I remember all of these people too. Because you told me right before the show, you like, oh, the last time I saw you was in Green Tree. I was like, yep. And that was a long time ago, man.
Green Tree over there with them ghosts. Them ghosts in them apartments.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We had a time. Yes, we did. We're gonna keep all that where it was, though. Y'all don't want us to go there.
Them apartments was haunted. They were spirit. Yes.
If the walls could talk, right?
Yep.
So when you left, why did you end up leaving Patrick Henry? What happened?
After my second year, that was it. So I went to Faulkner. I could have went to Tuskegee, but I had to sit out again. So I went to Faulkner. And the day I left Patrick Henry, man, this is a true story. Out the back of that gym, though, Coach Sellers and Lloyd and me going to the car, all three of us had tears in our eyes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Lloyd went to Faulkner. Robert Earlstein was Faulkner.
Yeah, I remember. I went to one of Lloyd's games at Faulkner.
Then I said, might as well go to Faulkner too.
So what was your experience like at Faulkner? It wasn't too great, was it?
Well, my junior year, Coach Sanderson, he regretted it. He had a manager named Vertus McNair from Montgomery, and it was something about my game was flashy to him.
Oh, he felt like he was trying to show out.
But I just could play. And my friend from Montgomery, Sherman Davis, he used to pick me up when we go back to school. So over the Christmas holidays, we had to come back before all the students go. We had the tournament. And I told Sherman, I said, man, you know what, man? I'm just gonna go to Tuskegee, man, because he ain't playing me, man. And I know, I ain't saying I'm better than everybody, but I know I'm supposed to be playing.
You supposed to be playing, that's right.
So one day in practice, one morning, was doing a drill and I stole the ball. And he got mad for me stealing the ball. You're cheating on defense. That's why you ain't getting no playing time now. I'm looking like, really? I said, man, so he said so. Man, I said, man, forget this, man. I started walking off. When you get ready to quit, he tell Vertus go get his stuff. I turned around and told him, you come get it. Went through the gym door, boom, slammed it, boom, got my stuff on my little cupboard, throw my stool in there, boom. Went to the dorm room. Vertus come down there with my food money and said, Coach, say he want to see you in the morning about 8. I said, okay. So I went in there. He said, man, something might be bothering you because Coach Sellers said you were the most likable player he ever coached in his life. I said, Coach, I got twin daughters at home. I know work study helping, but I could be working instead of sitting on the bench. Them dudes playing before me ain't not better than me. I told him just like that. He said, well, we'll see. Just like that, he said, we'll see about it. Then he said, well, yesterday when I told you, told Vertus to go get your stuff, and you told me to come get it like you want to fight me.
Ooh.
Coach, I said, Coach, you came in the locker room, we would have fought.
Just like that.
I swear, you came in the locker room, we would have fought. I ain't no reason for lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. I was that mad. And we had a game. We was getting blowed out. Put me in the game. Brought them all the way back. Showed out. Got summoned to the office. A man named Floyd Murray. Matter of fact, he's on the picture with me when I did that picture with the judge. He called me in there. I'm thinking I'm in trouble. He said, man, close the door. Sit down. Man, you showed out on your coach last night. I said, what you talking about, Mr. Murray? He said, that man been having you over there the whole time. Excuse my French. He said, man, you the baddest motherfucker in Montgomery. He said, you should have been playing. Went to Birmingham, played against Birmingham Southern. Showed out. Last game of the season, we went to Athens State. Played, we won. He was in the locker room like this the whole time. Everybody on the bus shaking his head, said he messed the whole season up. Told Vertus, I did not know he could play like that. So he left. My senior year, I'm the man. But my roommate breaks my finger.
Oh, yeah.
In practice. So I had to sit out. Had to got a pen put in my, had to sit out the whole season. My whole senior year.
So you got no playing time.
I had played the first 6 games. I'm leading in everything. And he break my finger. That's when they had to write up on me in the paper in Montgomery about Pensacolians meet. I'm finna play against Troy State and they guard from Pensacola Junior College. Yeah. And he breaks my finger through a walk through just reaching at the ball. I had to have a pen put in my finger. And
he didn't try to. Did he try to do it? He didn't try to do it, right?
No, he was just reaching at the ball. My roommate.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I say he did it, because he was from New Orleans and his mom was young and beautiful. Every time he wake up, I would take her picture and put it on my clip.
I'm trying to get the man's mom. Oh my goodness!
I was just playing with it, but he ended up breaking my finger, and after that I couldn't play. And the end of the season, I mean, school is about over with, and I got friends. I'm friends with this. I'm thinking I'm friends with this white dude named Jason. I go in there and watch him play the guitar. So I had took 2 history classes, one at night and one in the morning. I made 2 B's in them towards graduation. Okay. So he said, man, we having in the school year party, man. You know where you can find me some marijuana at? Of course, I just go to Alabama State. I knew everybody. I said, yeah, I get you some, man. Got him. He gave me 2 $20 bills. Now me, I went at campus. I was on Grove Street at apartments. Okay. He didn't, the next day, I mean, when I got it, we met right in front of my dorm room. but he had a dude look just like his brother, but it was undercover, look just like his brother. I said, let's walk around here in the washroom. He said, can my brother come? I said, no, just me and you. And that should have hit me then, but I was moving fast. I finna come back to Pensacola the next couple of days. Man, that next morning they was watching my roommate, the dean, all the police was on the force. You know that high school behind Faulkner? No, you didn't go. You wasn't from
No, I'm not
it
familiar.
used to be a high school right behind Faulkner that I used to sneak on the campus on. They was back there watching because my door was right there that way. They watching my room and get my clothes together. And they caught my other friend, Therese Harris. He had a BMW, used to hang with Two Live Crew. So they thinking we balling.
Right.
They caught him in Tulane Court, ripped his car apart. Where Alfred Smith? Where the money? Where the dope? That man said, man, we ain't got no dope. We ain't got no money. But he knew where I was. He was bringing me my clothes. They said, if Alfred get to Pensacola, we're going to take you to jail. And I never forget it. He came and he knocked on the door. He was blinking his eyes. Man, I had on a Michael Jordan short set with the man pouch with the sexy cologne. One of my hats, Lord used to steal every time I come home with the Jordan hat. And when I stepped out that door, they came from everywhere. Whoa. Where the dope? I said, man, I ain't got no dope and no money. They took me to an interrogation room right around the corner from Top Flight. And the undercover who was with the white dude, I told him, I said, man, if you gonna do this, you better be able to look somebody in the eyes and you're gonna get hurt. I should have knew something wrong. He wrote that down. Wrote to the judge. Alfred was very helpful to me. But the first judge I had gave people so much time, they had to bring them down.
Wow.
So they never put the day in jail.
So before we go on, because we were just talking about Patrick Henry, there's someone you were talking about with me before the show. And we were talking about the celebrity, if you will, basketball game that you did. Who was that you worked with to do that?
Derek Roberts.
Well, guess what? I have him here.
What's up, big dog?
What's up? Derek Roberts in
What's
my
going
book.
on with you? Yeah. Man, I'm just chilling with the butts.
Hey, last I see him in Birmingham.
Nice to see you, though.
What's up with you, man?
Yeah. Man, just taking it easy, man. Trying to teach these kids about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard you on here talking about the shooting and all of that. Yeah, you can shoot.
But you already know. You already know. Lord, them said they had never seen their life. What's up
so
with
tell us about your first
play when I went over. Say it again.
So Derek, tell us about your first encounter with Alfie when you first met him. Where was that? What was going on?
Well, when I first met him, I think I was in the 11th grade. And I come over there and I come over there and play with him. And, you know, Alfred was short, you know, you didn't think he could shoot. But, you know, like he said earlier, he could shoot the lights out. I thought I could shoot, but he showed he was on a different level.
So have you followed his career? Have you followed his career, Derek?
Yeah. I kept up with him, you know, especially with Roy. And you know, he came and did that celebrity game for us when I was coaching at Monroe County High School. It was a great turnout, you know, that was a big thing for my program. And I really appreciated him for doing it. And again, Lord hooked that up for me, you know, me and Alpha and I, you know, we had lost contact, but Lord brought it back, you know, back in. So he did a great job for that. Uh-huh.
He shared with me about that ball game, but he also shared with me that you were the one who called him and told him about Lloyd. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Lord,
I,
yeah.
I used to teach driver's ed, and I was over in Clark County when someone called me, and Alfred was the first person that came to mind to contact. And I
Right.
immediately called him, and I think he was in Mississippi.
At,
Matter of
what
fact,
place
he
he
was,
was, just got
yeah,
to working out for the media.
yeah,
Because we're
y'all
getting
was,
ready to
y'all
do
was,
another celebrity game.
right. Y'all were eating lunch. I remember it like it was yesterday. Y'all were
Man,
eating
I
lunch,
know. Yep,
and
sure right.
it just killed his spirit. But I felt the need to call him because I know how close
Yep,
he and Lord were. So I know nobody wants to get a call like that. But if one of my friends died or something like that, I expected
yeah,
someone to call me as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alfie, how do you describe your time at Patrick Henry and in Monroeville? What are some of the more memorable moments for being in
Man,
Monroeville?
man, it was like I be telling young boy, man, your college years, man, the best years. And
Yeah.
I got a chance to just meet some down to earth people. And me, Lord, and my other roommate ran the Ogletree, and Robert Earl sneaking to the bill store when we weren't supposed
Yeah.
to. Met the white boy named Crow who was real good at basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Croker shooter.
Yeah, Crow could shoot it, man. I just felt at home in my Roville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt at home. Yeah, loved it.
Wow. So Derek, what are you doing these days? You still doing basketball? Like what
Nah,
are you
no, I don't coach anymore. I stopped coaching about 3 years ago. This is my 26th year of teaching.
okay.
So I want him to come and speak to my students because I deal with some at-risk kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to get these kids' attention these days.
I know.
It's like nobody cares about education, and they just don't care about tomorrow. To me, they only just living for today.
Oh wow.
Exactly right, man. It's totally different.
That sounds like an ass to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I told you
I don't
before.
want to pass the moment.
I told you, man, just set it up. I'll be
Yeah,
there.
he and I already spoke about it, in the past, and it's just with me living in Birmingham now, it's just kind of, tough,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna before I retire, I think I'm gonna do about 4 more years, and then I'm gonna call it quits, and
Oh wow.
I'm gonna get him up here before then.
Yeah, definitely be there.
Well, we
Yeah,
want you in Monroeville too. I talked to you about that before the show.
right.
Because we were talking about the killing that happened up there, and you said you heard about it. But we're gonna have an event Thanksgiving weekend in Monroeville. It's gonna be a bring the community back together event. We haven't publicized it yet because we're still working out the details. But I want you and Roy to come, right? Maybe to encourage kids because that'll get them out there. And then once we get them out there and feed them, then we'll be able to reach them. But we got
Yeah.
to get them there first, because kids just want to stay home, play video games. Oh man, that ain't cool enough. It ain't like us. When we were growing up, we would go to anything, especially if you're giving me some free food. But these kids don't really
Right.
care anything about that. So we want to definitely do that. I want to take this little break here because I want to show a video. And when we come back, Derek, I hope you're going to stick around for the trivia.
Yeah,
I
I'll
got a
try to hang
basketball.
around.
Yeah, I got a basketball trivia. I want to see what we're working with. I want to see if y'all really know basketball like you say you do. Yeah. But
Say no more.
anyway, we're gonna watch this video, and we'll be right back, guys. And tonight's hero from DeVille is Alfie Smith. At the tender age of 7, Alfie already knew what his future would look like. He'd be in the NBA and doing well for himself. They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Needless to say, God had a different plan. Little did Alfie know that he'd be making a trade-off with Roy Jones Jr., a world champion boxer. Although his life was met with ups and downs, his personal and professional life has been a huge success. Alfie maintained a long career as a boxing coach in Pensacola, Florida, and earned his way into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame in 2023. He published a book entitled Trade Off that chronicles his life story. September's hero from DeVille, Alfie Smith. This has been a production of The Ella Johnson Show.
Oh, you put that
Yay.
together. Nice. That was
Yeah,
real.
that was-
Thank you.
Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you. I have another surprise for you, my friend.
You covered some stuff there. You even
I
got the
gotta
last fight Roy did at the Civic Center when I was in the corner putting the water on his head. That was nice.
You ready for this next surprise? Say I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to the show, Coach Sellers.
Oh,
Coach Sellers.
Karen Franklin Sellers.
Hello, Alfred Bernard Smith.
Man, that's my favorite dude in the world right now. What's up, Coach?
Not too much. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
So how surprised are you, Alfie?
I'm very surprised. Coach told that man to punch me in my mouth.
Did you really do that, Coach Sellers? Did you tell
Yeah,
the guy
Coach
punch?
told that man that.
Well, I did tell Jeff. I did tell him that, he couldn't guard him. No, we couldn't stop him. So I told Jeff, if you can't guard him, hit him in the mouth. And of course, Jeff knew I didn't really mean for him to hit him in the mouth, but I did tell him that.
Love it.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
He was remembering some different people. Coach Lloyd. We were talking about Lloyd and Ron, because Lloyd is my cousin. And
Right.
Tell me what you remember about all those players.
Gosh, Lloyd, did I hear you say Lloyd was your cousin?
Yes, he is. Yeah. And Craig. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tell you, Lloyd, of course, my wife says I say this all the time. Lloyd was one of my all-time favorite players.
Oh.
And he was he was just he was sneaky good. He wasn't flashy. He just he was smart. He was a team, true point guard. He led the team, and he was just the perfect player to have to coach. I mean, he was, of course, never caused any problems on or off the court. He was really just a outstanding, and he was better than some people might have thought. He was one of the best point guards I ever had.
Wow.
And he was so coachable, and he was outstanding. Of course, Ron, one of the best athletes. Probably, what was Ron, 5'9", maybe 8'9", and boy, he could jump up there over that goal, and I remember he had jumped up over the goal one night and basically ended his career and broke his wrist. And
That's the Coca-Cola.
yes, yeah, but he was outstanding, and of course I used to love Craig. I mean, Craig was quite a character, and my wife and I made a mistake. We left out of town, and we hired Craig to put together this little bookcase for us. Now that was a nightmare. We got back, and it was everything he put on there was backwards. And anyway, but I remember I had a lot of fun with Craig. I mean, he was he was a fun guy to be around.
So you guys, since we're reminiscing, y'all tell me about a game where you guys were like down, you thought it was over, but you pulled it back. Y'all can either one of you remember a game like that at Patrick Henry?
No, I can't hardly remember, but I used to love to see Coach Seller pull that jacket off. I ain't never seen nobody do it yet. Snatch the jacket
What was
off
so
like
special about it? What did he do?
he can snatch it off like this. I ain't never seen nobody duplicate it yet.
And some people tell me I could pull it off and have it back on within about 10 seconds. You know, I could get it all the way off but you know, when you got some guys like Alfie and some of those guys out there, it'll make you want to take your jacket off sometimes.
Well, Coach Sellers, you were very animated too, though.
Oh, he used to cut up. He slowed down a lot. He used to cut up.
Well, I tell you, I really love playing basketball and playing hard. It was really, you know, I always had a lot of energy, and that was good, but it was hard coaching because you feel kind of helpless. You're not able to, you feel like if you were able to play, you know, you could help but so I guess I just had to get some of that energy out. And of course, I hope some of that energy would rub off on some of the players too, so they would, you know, play with great energy.
Man alive.
Wow. So you're surprised. I got to tell you, Coach Sellers, that, you know, he and Derek both kind of answered the call at the last minute on this show tonight. They were both very willing to be here to surprise you. But I'm glad we got a full house because we're going to have a trivia. I want to see, all of you guys are basketball stars, so I'm going to see just what y'all know about the sport. Y'all ready?
We'll try it out.
If you're ready, ready, say you're ready.
Yes,
all right.
Ready.
All right, so let's go. This is the first question. All right, I want to put it in the chat just so we'll see if there's other people that might be able to answer. All right, let's see. Here's the first one. We're gonna see who's been keeping up. All right, here we go. First question. All right, let me bring it on the screen here. In 2013, which team did LeBron James captain to an NBA championship?
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wrong.
No, Miami Heat.
That's it, Miami Heat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Cavaliers. All right, this is good. My goal here today is to make sure I ask questions that y'all don't know. Okay, but Coach Sellers did that one. All right. Let's go to the next one. I'm not gonna pull it up on the screen because that takes too much. All right, next question. Which NBA player holds the record for the most rebounds in a single game? 55 rebounds.
Wilt Chamberlain.
That's it.
Wow.
You're quick on your feet, Coach.
Coach older than us. He know.
He know about that.
No. Yeah. Y'all tried it. No. All right, y'all ready for the next one? Which coach has the most wins in U.S. history?
Red Auerbach.
Who?
Red Auerbach.
You talking about the NBA or just most wins overall?
In the NBA, which coach has the most wins in U.S. history?
Phil Jackson.
No.
Red Auerbach.
No.
That's who I thought, Coach.
Greg Popovich.
Greg Popovich. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got the next one. All right. How many points? What were the most points that Wilt Chamberlain scored in a single game?
100.
That's it. All right. So that one time.
55 rebounds.
Isn't that something? Amazing.
He did
Unbelievable.
55 rebounds that game.
All right. Here's a tough one. What's the official distance of the 3-point line?
24.9.
No.
23.9.
No.
You talking about NBA?
Yes.
Okay.
30.
32.
You're
No.
close. You're close, Coach Sellers. 23.75.
Okay.
23.
Last question. No, I got one more question, then I got a bonus question about Roy Jones. All right. What age was Michael Jordan when he returned to the Washington Wizards in 2001?
40.
How old was he?
40.
Wrong.
40.
Wrong.
41.
36.
Wrong.
39.
Wrong.
Somebody gonna get the
Y'all
number
guessing
right.
now.
Yeah,
38.
we're guessing. I'm guessing now.
38. 38.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I got the bonus question. This is about Roy Jones. Who was that?
Nobody gonna know that but Alpha.
I
No,
might
you
not
might.
do it.
Hey, I might know it. I kept up with Roy.
All right, let me go in here. Let's see what's the question I wanted for him. Bonus question. How many weight classes does Roy Jones Jr. hold world titles in?
4 different ways.
Four.
Yeah. Dang, that was a lot easier. I should have known. Why would I ask a Roy Jones question?
Exactly.
That's
That was
right.
kind of slow. That was kind of slow, Ella. Listen, that was fun. That was fun. That just goes to show that you guys really know either. What are you doing these days, Coach Sellers?
I am enjoying my grandchildren. I have 5 grandchildren, 3 grandchildren that live about 4 doors down from me. And all of them are involved in sports. And so I'm enjoying going and sitting in the stands and pulling for them. And I probably spend more time doing that, helping transport them to tournaments. And my wife and I have really enjoyed doing that in my retirement.
Oh, that's good. So you're enjoying it. That's awesome. So I want to get back to Alfie because I want you guys to stick around for this. But I told you I really wanted you guys to come and surprise him. But if you would like to, you're more than welcome to stick around because I want to continue my interview with Alfie because he wrote a book, Trade Off. Where did that title come from, Alfie? Where did you get that?
me helping Roy in basketball and he helping me in boxing.
That
So
was the
it's a trade.
trade-off.
Everything in the world is a trade-off.
Okay, that's deep. That's deep because at the end of the day, honestly, this is the cover of your book, and you have Roy Jones on here, Alfie and Roy. Roy, he kind of helped with the book. He signed off on it, in other words, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what inspired you to write this though?
Well, I had a deal for a documentary.
Okay.
And I just did a sports show for a man who owned the publishing company, and I used to got him into the one of Roy fights, and he said I already delivered. I was asked Roy to do the book, and somebody on his side didn't want to do it, but he really wanted to. And the man said, "After you do the book yourself, you're a celebrity." I said, "I'm not a celebrity," but he said, "Go on, do it." And Roy, we were training for Mike Tyson. And I said, "Man, I'm putting you on the cover with me." I mean, I got his blessing, but I didn't have to because he's a public figure. But I wouldn't have did it when he wouldn't. If he'd have said no, I would have never put him on it. But he gave me his blessing.
I think it's interesting how and the timing when you met Roy, because after you left Faulkner and that didn't work out, now your finger's broken, senior year is over. Your next path is when you met Roy Jones. Tell us about that encounter when you first met him.
At University of West Florida playing ball, my finger was had healed up, and we was playing, and somebody scored on Roy, and I gave him the ball. I said, "Hey, Roy, take him back." And Roy said, "That's what I've been missing, somebody to believe in him in basketball." And he asked what I was doing that Saturday morning. I said, "Trying to play ball." And the dude that introduced me to him said, "Spell know where you stay." I said, "Yeah." Picked me up, went to the Navy base, and we've been hanging together ever since then.
Wow. And tell us how he told you got the job, because I thought that was very interesting how you actually got the job.
Well, we used to go play ball 3 times a day, and he used to have to bring me way back to my house and then go back to the gym to train. So one day he said, man, I'm going to take you to the boxing gym with me. My dad is going to be kind of hard. I said, I don't care about that. I said, okay, good. So went to the gym and watched him spar. And I seen him do a jab up and a jab down, and he faked the jab to the body and hit dude with a hook. So we was riding home, and I looked at him, I said, "Bro, man, that was sharp how you faked that dude like you were going to jab him to the body and hit him with a hook." So he looked at me and said, "You saw that?" I said, "Yeah." That was a Monday. That Wednesday, they sparred again. He faked the jab to the body. He didn't throw the hook. He threw a right hand. So we was riding. He said, "Big, what you see today?" I said, "Well, you fooled both of us today. You didn't hit him with the hook off the jab to the fake jab to the body. You hit him with your right hand." And he kind of like just stared at me. And then that Sunday, I got a phone call from the lawyer. Said, "Come sign for some money to get a battery for my car." When I signed, he said, "Oh, yeah, you on the payroll. Roy like you." That's how it happened.
Just like that. Favor ain't fair, right?
And then we started going to the gym at night by ourselves, doing dribbling drills, and he taught me how to do the hand mitts. And I just watched him. The first thing we worked on was a jab, and he always said, "Let the puncher punch through." So if you see people doing mitts and they doing all this, that's wrong.
They don't know what
Let
they're
them
doing.
punch through. So I watched him shadow box. So we used to just do the jab and the 1-2. So one night I seen him do a 1-2 and throw a hook and tilt. So I called the punches out, and I get that same combination he did on shadow boxing on the mitts and caught him. And he called the rest of the fighters that night and said, "Man, Big Al, bad." I just picked it up.
Wow.
Then I started watching a lot of fights on TV of the people I don't know. I will work this person corner and work this person corner. What will I tell him? What will I tell him? And that's how I just started learning the craft.
Wow. Well, he had an amazing career. In fact, I jotted down his stats because I want to know how you coached him to get this. He played from 1989 to 2023. He retired in 2023. He had 66 wins, 9 losses, 0 draws. 47 of his wins were due to knockouts. And he holds world titles in 4 different weight classes. And he's known as one of the greatest pound for pound fighters of all time. I watched a video that you did with someone else where you were talking about him, and you said that he's the Michael Jordan of boxing. How do you train a guy like that?
Well, everything you got to do got to be realistic. It's just like now I understand from a coach's standpoint, like when you're going over a play in basketball, you got to do everything game speed. You got to do everything realistic. I'm not finna do nothing in training that I'm not gonna do in the fight. And you had to be realistic. You got to be there for Roy. You got to be speed, because if you ain't there, his punch is gone. And everything we work on in the gym, we're gonna do in the fight. And we write everything down. What did we do this fight to make weight? Making weight is like losing weight for the fight. Like one day, Roy walked up 9 pounds the day of the weigh-in over heavy and made it. He was just a different species. He was one of the greatest.
So you're not supposed to be overweight, over the weight?
No. A week out, you should be close to your weight. He woke up the day of the weigh-in 9 pounds overweight and made it.
And did he win that fight? Did he win that fight?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. He's like,
if he would have never fought heavyweight, Roy probably would have never lost the fight.
Oh, so he switched his class, and that cost him a game.
The heavyweight put buck on him, and to come back down to 175, he lost muscles. The very first time he beat Tarver, he was dehydrated with an abscess tooth. People don't know that. He could have took that fight and been through with it, and made Tarver come up to cruiserweight, not back at 175.
Right.
That's what hurt him. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys some questions, because we got some great fighters out there. Who's the best? This is a who's the best kind of trivia right here. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Who's better?
Muhammad Ali.
Ali.
I'm gonna go with Ali, but and that's a hard one. Different
That's a hard
eras, different styles of fight.
Who did you say,
But
Derek?
I
I
said
think
Ali.
I think
Ali.
Ali would have beat him
Well,
because Ali
I
would have been scared of him.
I say Ali for sure, but if the one guy I would hate to take a punch from would be Tyson.
Yeah,
All right, now we're gonna switch over to basketball. Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Michael Jordan, the greatest of all.
Yeah, that's
You
no
ain't got to put
question.
nobody's name with him.
If you could have a boxing match, a rematch, who would it be?
I would love for Roy to fight Floyd Mayweather to show you how much better he was than Floyd Mayweather in their prime.
Oh
We tried
wow.
to call Floyd back in the days, but he wouldn't answer the phone.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Wow, that would have been a great fight. That would have been a great
Now,
fight right
the
there.
night Roy fought that heavyweight fight, he would have beat anybody in boxing that night. Anybody.
Because Roy did in an exhibition fight, he did fight Tyson, and that ended up being a split draw. When
Yeah.
it's a split draw, what does that really mean to
I
those
mean,
of us who don't really understand?
Split the seat. It was just a draw. It was fabricated. I mean, I won't talk about it because it
Isn't
wasn't.
that's something you don't want to get? Like I went all these rounds. It was an 8 round,
Yeah,
and we can't
I
pick
mean,
a winner.
Nah, wasn't no winner in that fight.
So how do they determine the winner? Is it who gets the most jabs in?
No, it go by point system with the judges, and that's something I want to put in boxing. Like in basketball, you got the clock. You see the score is 79-70. Baseball, you see the score. Football, you see the score. I think they should put the scores of boxing on TV every round. A boxer should know if he down or not on the scorecard. A basketball player know he down. A football player know he down. But that'll eliminate these judges from cheating. The judges do that for the promoter's sake. If the promoter want that fighter to win, that fighter more likely gonna win if he go to distance. And that ain't right. Not right.
Wow.
For sacrifice being away from home, getting up early in the morning, running, because I know, dieting, and then you're gonna take the fight just because that promoter got that fighter signed. That's not right.
Oh wow. You're still training people though, right? Even though Roy's retired, you still have
Yeah.
how many guys are you training right now?
Ooh, I'll be on TV next Saturday, but I'm with a UFC fighter. I got a UFC fighter fighting in San Antonio. I got Coach, you remember Jason Papillon, don't you? You should remember the one I trained from Louisiana. His son fighting now. He's like 10-1, and I got a Filipino fighter. He's like 13-0. He fighting the 26 in Biloxi at the Coliseum. And I still help raw fighters too.
Oh wow. So you really love training people to box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I done
That's
picked it up. I learned a lot.
But you're doing other stuff too though, Alfie. Like you're working with kids, you're behavioral tech, you're doing other stuff. Talk to us about some of the other things that you're doing.
Well, I'm the head of transportation at my school, and I'm trying to start something. I want all these kids to stop killing each other.
That's what I was going to talk about next.
That's what I really want to do. If it ain't nothing but some like parents who care have late night softball tournaments or something besides they killing each other. Because some of the kids, 16, 17 years old, have never been outside Monroeville or outside Pensacola. You need to go see the world.
But you know, Alpha, let me chime in a second. Like in Monroeville, like years ago when we were young, you know, we had the skate rink. And after the skate rink, everybody would go to Cannon. Then after that, we would go down to the park and play basketball. So now the park is closed at 6:00. So to be honest, you have a place where those kids have nothing to do. I mean, what's the answer? You can't get in the gym down there because nobody wants to open the gym. So you have nothing for them to do. So of course they're going to resort to violence.
Yep. Well,
You
the
know,
community got
so
to get together, get that gym open and get something, because that's what's gonna happen. Got to get the gym open, get something, get flag football, get something besides them
yeah,
killing each other.
it's nothing to do for kids down there. I mean, everybody can't pay to go to the Y.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, if you close the park at 6 o'clock, even in the summertime, it's closed at 6 o'clock. We used to stay down there from 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. But you can't
That's
do that
true.
now.
But you can't do that. It's different generation, bro. It's like, do you remember on Christmas? You come outside, you got your new bicycle, your skateboard, your skates, your big wheel. Come
Yep.
outside on Christmas night, ain't nobody outside.
Nobody
Everybody.
outside. You right? You know,
Mm.
I was just telling my students today, we used to go run in the woods and swing on these trees, vines, and all kind of
Yeah.
stuff. You know, but now, you know, these kids don't know anything about that.
Right.
But then we got to
Yeah.
get together, man, and see what we come up with something for Monroeville, something.
I
Right?
was
Yeah, I
just
mean,
gonna say that. Yeah. We
well,
really want you guys
I
to
put
get
my
in
2 cents
Ella,
in.
if I
November.
say something, I've gotten cut out. I've gotten cut out a couple times, so I might. But I wanted to say this: if one of the joys as a coach, I have one of the greatest joys is seeing my former players have the contest that Derek and Alfie have had. You know, I love my former players and just is so proud of the work that they're both doing. And I talk with Al quite regularly. I haven't talked to Dick a lot, but I keep up and I will his coaching. And I see what he's doing with his teams. So I'm just really proud of him. That's one of the thrills of being a coach and looking back at good guys that are doing well in their lives. So I love both those guys, and I'm very thankful that I have a chance to work with them.
I appreciate
Well,
it, Coach.
I am so sure that they feel the same. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties because it looks like Alfie is out too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely appreciate you. And are you still in Monroeville, Coach Sellers?
I think he's in
Georgia,
Georgia.
we
Oh, you're in
moved
Georgia.
from Millersville, I'm in Georgia, and we're close grandchildren. Some of our grandchildren, our 5 grandchildren live here in Perry, and it put us closer to family in Alabama. My wife's family's from a small town close to Montgomery, Hayneville, Alabama, and then got a lot of family in Montgomery and a lot of family in Birmingham, Selma. So it puts us about an hour and a half closer each way to go visit family, and my family's in Dothan, Alabama. So,
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, guys, I think that we're going to get out of here tonight. I have appreciated you guys, and Alfie, if you're watching or if you're able to get back in, but we will, I have truly enjoyed this broadcast tonight. Like I said, the purpose of this night was I want to honor someone from the title of the show is Heroes from DeVille, meaning people that have come through Monroeville and have made some impacts there. And, I believe in giving people their flowers while they can yet smell them, right? And I think this is one way to do that. Well, I'm so excited. Alfie is able to come back. There he is.
My phone gonna get the ringing.
I know, right? That is. So let me ask you a question. Since your phone is ringing, how was your phone ringing when people found out that you were training Roy Jones? Did you just stick to him, or did you take other gigs while you were training him?
Well, I didn't work with world champion like Nate Campbell out of Jacksonville. I didn't work with Alfred Ice Cole, who played in Muhammad Ali movie with Will Smith. I didn't work with Coach Sellers knew my other fighter, Ezra Sellers, who passed.
my first cousin.
Your first cousin. Yep. Yeah, it was crazy about Coach Sellers. And we came to coach. I brought him to Millersville for a celebrity game when Coach Teller was coaching there. But my phone rings. I mean, everybody always, all the time, want me to train their children, and I get phone calls all the time about training.
Oh, wow. Have you heard of a young man named J-Man? That he came to you from Monroeville, and
it's a dude in Monroeville coming down after the fight, the 26th. He's in Monroeville now. He's coming down to spar, so I can take a look at him.
oh, okay. Well, this young man, J-Man, that I think you told him to get his weight up or something.
No, get the road work in first.
Yeah.
Don't come down here out of shape. I mean, at least.
Yeah, that's what it is. He need to be in shape. That's my nephew.
Yeah, he need to get in shape before he come first.
Yeah. So that's the advice you want to give these kids that are interested in boxing, is to get in shape. How do they do that? I mean, if they don't have somebody training them, they want to play the sport, but they don't know what to do.
Get a bicycle ride or hit that road work. Get them running shoes and get on that pavement. You got to be in shape for boxing. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. If you're in shape for a boxing match, you in shape better than any other athlete out there.
So out of everything that you've been through, Alfie, because we're going to get ready to wrap up, guys, because this has been really, really good. Out of everything you've been through, if I gave you a pen and I said you can rewrite your story, would you?
I have no regrets with other losing my loved ones. And I would have probably took basketball a little bit more serious in high school. I'd have went to the guidance counselor because I had got a couple of letters that I gave to my high school coach. I was just playing and trying to dance like New Edition. I would redo that. And I'd have took Patrick Henry classes more serious too.
Right.
I would listen to a little bit more to Coach Sellers, because that was my best coach ever right there. That's my dog.
So in other words, you're saying, kids, if you're wanting to be an athlete, please be a student first.
Student first.
Yeah.
Student.
Yeah, that's good. That's real. Well, you've met a lot of celebrities. Let's talk about this one. You had a 30-minute conversation with him. What did y'all talk about?
Well, me, I shooting him. And it's like,
now you talking smack. Now you talking about I'm shooting like.
No, Michael Jordan cannot jump me. He cannot shoot me. Like I told him, when we first took this first picture right here, I said, man, everybody always talk about who the next Michael Jordan. He said, yeah, what's up? I said, you taking a picture with him right now. So he pat my stomach and said 20 pounds ago. And when we went into the room, it was like a premiere commercial. Everybody was there. Stevie Wonder, Ice Cube, Mary J. Blige, and you name it. And Roy was at the door, and we was walking into the room, and I was right behind him. And he turned around and pat my stomach again and said, Roy, your boy said he's the next Michael Jordan. And Roy looked up at Michael Jordan and said, Mike, that just could shoot for real. So I'm walking across the room to go stand up to observe everybody in there. And when I look to the left, Michael Jordan standing right beside me, because I would have never went up and stood beside him.
Wow.
And when he did that, I gave it to him.
You met a lot of celebrities. I see you here with Jamie Foxx.
Me and him used to call each other a lot. Me and Jamie. Yeah.
I see you here with Carlton.
Carlton, good people.
Mary J. Blige.
She stopped me for that picture. And my wife
did she?
Yeah, my wife said y'all kind of close. Because Michael Jordan was talking to me Michael Jordan was talking to me while everybody was in that party. Ron Hopper, Stevie Wonder, Mary J. Blige, you name it. Mike was talking to me. They like, who is that Mike over there laughing and kikiing with? So
that's you with Floyd, yeah.
Steve,
Urkel.
He could hoop for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he could hoop. Oh,
Scottie Pippen.
I was setting up Scottie Pippen right there.
And this one is let's see,
Shamar Moore.
The Shamar Moore, yeah.
That's at the Michael. He was there at the Michael Jordan thing.
And then these are your dudes.
The
The
Wayans.
weigh-ins. These are the weigh-ins. The weigh-ins.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see what's another picture I got over here. Who else I got?
Iron Mike.
Mike Tyson. What
I
is
was
he like
talking-
in person?
Well, he was cool. I was talking to him about coming to Pensacola training because I actually supposed to train Mike Tyson for a fight in Dubai when Roy got with Don King and we get ready to fight Trinidad. But I was talking to Mike about coming to Pensacola to train. Mike told me he's not coming to Pensacola, all them rednecks.
Are you serious?
That's what he told me. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Then.
And this was your favorite group right here. New edition.
They're my dogs. I mean, I got a chance. I know all of them. And Ronnie DeVoe, me and him gonna do like a little trade off for my little thing I'm doing. I'm gonna show him how to hit mitts. And he's gonna be like, he's showing me how to do like one of their dance routines.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I showed this picture earlier, Coach Sellers.
Yes.
I showed that picture earlier. You remember?
Yeah.
And this is the final picture of the night right here. I want you to tell me what this picture right here means to you.
Oh man, that's my mom and my wife. I was over the belt. That was a fight in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I had to carry the belt for Roy. Drove it, and my mom and my wife were sitting there with me with the belt at the fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you talked about your wife a lot in your book. Tell everybody what she really means to you.
Oh man, she was like, she understood. She understood like me being with Roy. She didn't try to go to the fights and be seen and be. She understood that it was a job. She really understood. And when one of my fighters fight, she would make Roy Rice Krispy Treat after every fight. Sellers the same, and she just was that person. When like I coached high school basketball, I had never had a losing season while she was living, but when she passed, I ain't have a winning season.
Oh.
I just went in it no more.
Yeah. Now I know your mom and your wife meant so much to you, and I read in the book how you got the call about your mom, and it seems like you lost a lot of people, like your mom, your dad, your grandmom, your brother, some students. I think I read that you lost. Yeah. What does that do for someone that has had so much loss throughout his life? How do you continue to go on and still try to help other people? Where does that come from?
Get on your knees and pray, and you got to have a supporting cast. Got to. Like my daughters, my wife raised them so good that they continued, like my wife was here in a way. They didn't go, one of them was in high school. They didn't go out and try to party.
Uh-oh. While he's waiting to come back, I want you guys to give us some final words about Alfie. He'll be able to watch it later. Just some final words before we get out of here about him, his career, and what your time was like with him. He'll see it later. Start with you, Derek.
Well, I think he's the ideal person that can prove that it doesn't matter where you come from. You know, you can make it. You know, although we are from small towns, you know, he's still successful. And you know, I'm proud to know him. I'm proud to call him a friend. You know, and I think if it wasn't for Coach Sellers, I probably would have never met him. You know, so I appreciate the friendship over the years, and I continue to appreciate the friendship over the years.
Is I'm back up?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah. Okay. All right, Coach Sellers, you can talk about what he means to you, and he'll see it later.
Okay. Well, I tell you, I just through the years, Alfie and I have stayed in touch as probably as much, if not more, than any of my former players. My family and my son we started following Roy and through Alfie, and we actually went to a fight in Las Vegas to see Roy fight one time, and so we really enjoyed doing that. And Alfie we just we kind of hit it off from day one. He loved basketball. He was he understood how to play, and I will have to give him his props. I never coached a better shooter. I had some really outstanding shooters, but I can't say I had one better than Alfie. He could really shoot the ball, and but we just had we've had a fun friendship beyond basketball. That's really we tell my wife, we tell the same stories. We'll call each other and we'll tell the same stories. And she's, I can't believe I'm still telling the same stories and still laughing just as much as it happened yesterday. And it's just been, Alfie's just, he's fun. He's just a fun and just so proud of his life and what he's done, the adversity that he's faced, and to do as well as he's done is quite a tribute. It's an inspiration to a lot of people. And I just couldn't be prouder. My wife, we love Alfie. Just very happy for him and thankful that we had the chance to cross paths with him.
That's amazing. They were giving you your flowers, Alfie, so you can watch it because the show will rebroadcast.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry, people gonna call me all night.
Oh my goodness. He's on the Ella Johnson show. Stop calling him. But anyway, Alfie, I wanted to just bring you on as our hero from DeVille for this month of September, because you have accomplished a lot. You've overcome a lot. Because it's one thing to be good at something, but it's another thing to overcome. Because I think that we become the things that we can overcome. And you overcame a lot. And at the beginning of the broadcast, I talked about the dash, because I said, when we all die, on our grave, on our tombstone, there's going to be a date, 2 dates, the date we were born, the date that we die. And what you do in the middle is your dash. We've learned tonight what Alfie did in his dash, but somebody else is out there filling out their dash as well. We all have something to do, right? So I want you to give the last words, Alfie, before we get out of here, what you would like to say to people, what you want people to know most, and the most memorable thing you want them to have of you.
Well, that I'm always concerned about other people's feelings before mine, and keep working hard at what you're working at. And it might not be basketball, might not be baseball, but God put you on this earth for a reason, and you got a talent somewhere. And whoever thought that I'd be a boxing trainer from a point guard? Just keep working hard. And for the young man, get that lesson. Go to use your guidance counselor, because I didn't use one. I didn't use none of that. And if I go back and do it, I'll do it different.
Yeah, amen. Anybody else want to say anything before we get out of here?
No.
Any last words?
Hey, I just Derek, and I love you and Alfie, and I love Ella now, knowing she's
That's right.
She's related, I guess. You're related to Craig Johnson. Craig?
Yes, Craig and Lloyd.
And Lloyd, gosh, that's just so you've done a great job with this, and I appreciate you getting in touch with me, so I had a chance to be a part of this. So thank you.
All right. Anything, Derek?
And both of y'all are in my book. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the main reason why I reached out to them, because I wanted to bring some of that. I knew you weren't expecting it. You know. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for watching the Ella Johnson Show tonight. Thank you for tuning in. The show will rebroadcast on tomorrow so that you can watch it again. On Saturday, I'll be right back here talking with MCHS. Who you rooting for? Because the community needs to come together. The community needs to come together now, because the football coach, Coach Wilkerson, went to WKRG to explain why he was reaching out on Facebook, because he wasn't excited about how the community is, the lack of support coming from the community. So we're going to talk with him on Saturday night right here, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central. You guys stay tuned for that. But again, have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Ted
guys.
Franklin. See y'all, man.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ella Johnson Show. We'll see you next time.
We are supporters of the Ella Johnson Show. We live in South Korea. We have been watching Ella Johnson Show for like a year now. And we love her show. Her show is very inspirational, motivational, and educational.
If you would like to be a guest on the Ella Johnson Show, send an email to theellajohnsonshow@gmail.com or send a text message to 407-334-6997.
We love Ella Johnson Show.